Hey, Miss I Am here. I am strong. I am bold. I am worthy. I am confident. I am courageous. I am chosen. I am divinely protected. And so are you if you know. So I hope all is well. I hope you're protecting your energy. I hope you're protecting your peace. And I hope you're vibrating higher and higher on your path and journey. So today I just wanted to come on with a quick experience that I just had a couple days ago. An experience I had with my sister and her 16-year-old daughter. I wanted to share my experience to help others, not to slander, I just want to share my experience and, want to know if you guys experienced something of this nature or maybe something similar. But anyhow, so, how 16-year-olds can be, not how that goes. So anyway, me and my sister never really, we kind of like day and night. Like we're like the opposite. Like I'm the type of person, like I like to say kind stuff to people. I like to make people laugh. I like to uplift people, to where my sister on the other end, she's not really like that. She'll frown upon people, not really have nice things to say. Not a bad person, but could be a little more kinder in her energy. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, so how the situation started, my young niece here, who is 16, she asked me for $15. So, I'm like, okay. So when I text her back, I said, you know what, young lady, I said, you know what, Nautica, I said, I don't mind helping you out. I said, but the only time you call me is when you want something. I said, that's not fair. I said, so no. I said, this time, no, I'm not doing it. The only time you call me is when you want something. No, not this time. So, I left it at that. So she basically, said something, text me back, typical 16-year-old mad, basically thanks anyway. That's not the only time she basically, called me to ask me, trying to justify why she does what she do. You know what I mean? So I basically told her, I said, well, listen here, you just lost an aunt. Life's too short to just call people when you want something. I said, life's too short for that. You don't just call people when you want something. I said, I don't do that to my aunts. I said, that's not fair to just call someone when you want something. I said, so you know what, since, you want to have an attitude and you want to be smart in your energy. So from here on out, I said, just don't ask me for anything for here on out. Just don't ask me for anything. So I call my sister and I tell her, I said, let me tell you about your daughter because I don't want no confusion. I don't want no, So I'm explaining to my sister. So my sister's like, okay, yeah, I understand. Okay, yeah, you're right. I understand. This is what my sister's saying on the other end. Yeah, you're right. I understand what you're saying. So she's claiming to understand where I'm coming from. So after I hang up with the sister, the daughter calls back. Now me, I should have not answered. But me, I'm trying to reason with her because I really, want, the best for her. But what I had to realize the hard way is she doesn't want the best for herself at the moment. Typical 16-year-old, So she basically tried to call and, justify why it was okay for her to basically just contact me when it's convenient for her. So she's trying to justify why. So I'm basically like, I shut her down. I basically didn't let her get a word. I'm like, look, honey, you're young. I'm your aunt. You're going to respect me. I'm not having it. Like, you don't even call me to see how I'm doing, da-da-da-da. So she's like, I hear her say, what I look like calling a grown A lady to see how they're doing. Okay, if that's how you feel, that's fine. But guess what? This grown ass lady is not going to be the one to keep picking up your call and just giving you what you want at the moment. You don't even call me to see how I'm doing, to see how I'm feeling, any of that. So she was like, you don't call me? And I said, you're right. I don't call you because I'm going to give you the same energy you give me. Now, you want to be selfish and entitled in your energy and think it's okay for you to just call me when it's convenient for you and just get what you want, and then life goes on. I said, so I'm just basically telling her it don't work like that. And, she's trying to, argue with me. So I'm like, look, you're a child, I said, you need to go heal your daddy issues because you gotta stop lashing out. You gotta heal go heal your daddy issues. Now, on my end, how I went about her daddy issues and telling her how to heal that, I was wrong for saying that to her. So I will take full accountability of that. And how she was popping off, She was popping off like an adult, so I dished it to her like an adult. But that was on me. I was wrong for that. I got to take accountability for that because at the end of the day, she still is a child. So, but how she was popping off, I dished it to her like she was an adult, but didn't make it right. I was still wrong. So I should have just simply told her, like, you want to heal all that? You want to be ready to heal all of that you got up in you? But you can't, when people want what they want, and when people don't think they have an issue to begin with and they just want what they want, there's no, you know what I mean? So anyway, I hung up on the young lady. So the mother calls back and was like, you really said that to my daughter? I said, yeah, if she, oh no, I forgot, left this out. I forgot. I got to put this in here. She wanted to argue, and I said, if you think you're going to come argue, get all up in my face and be arguing, I'll punch you in your face. And I shouldn't have said that to her, but like I said, she was popping off like an adult, so I dished it to her like an adult. Still didn't make it right. She's a kid. She's a child at the end of the day still. So I told her, so my sister called me back, and she was like, you really said that to my daughter? I said, yes, I said that to your daughter because that's the stuff that my sister allowed her to do to her. So she think that I'm supposed to be okay with that. But anyhow, so I told her, I said, yeah. I told her, I said, if your daughter think that she gonna come up in my energy with all that raw up in my face and that disrespectful shit, yes, I'm gonna punch her in her face. I was wrong for that, y'all. Shouldn't have said that or whatever. But you know how these kids get, whatever. I'm wrong for reacting that way. I take full responsibility for that. But so my sister called back with her. She like, you said she need to heal her. I said, yeah, I said that to her. How I said it and how I did shit, yeah, I was wrong for that. I shouldn't have said that in that way. I should have just simply asked, are you ready to heal all of that? Because all that you projected onto others, it's not, you know what I mean? And another thing she had said was, ever since you broke up with your ex, you've been acting. Now, that's something my sister's saying because when I broke up with my ex and moved out of town and then moved back, I stayed with my sister. So that's how my sister feel because my sister confines, when people have stuff going on, how normal people would confine it in a friend that's their age. No, not my sister. She confines it to her daughter like they're friends. It's more of a friendship than a mother-daughter relationship. So the stuff that my sister was, saying to her that I've been acting funny ever since I broke up with my ex and I've been, just treating people wrong ever since. That's the stuff that my sister's saying to her. This is the stuff that they're talking about when I'm not around, when I was living with them. So, you know what I mean? This is the stuff that she's projecting onto me, the stuff that they, talked about. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, oh, wow, that's how, she really feel. But what she failed to realize is when I was with my ex, she was still doing that. She was still just contacting me just when she wanted something. She still wasn't contacting me just to see how I was doing and to see if it was okay. She was still contacting me when she still wanted stuff. So what they're mad about is I walked away from my ex who was also using me. And I walked away from all the people who were using me. And I just stopped talking to all the people who were using me or breadcrumbing me in any way, shape, or form. So this is the start of all of this because I don't talk to them anymore. For one, me and my sister never really mixed to begin with. Like I said, we're like oil and water, night and day. We just don't mix. So because I cut them off and they can no longer use me and get what they want, they're trying to come back in my energy and project. So I was wrong for reacting that way. But at the same time, I'm more so mad at my sister because my sister created this monster. When my niece was, young and coming up, she used to, my sister, I called her Pat. We got into a argument because I told her, she basically was like Patsy, John Bonet's mom, without the makeup and a beauty pageant. She was dressing her up like, just like dolling her up like a grown person when she was a baby, dressing her up like a grown adult when she's a baby. So we had got into an argument like some years ago when the 16-year-old was like, a little, maybe 2-3 years old. I'm like, damn, why you dressing her like John Bonet Ramsey and shit? And she like, got in her energy, we got into a heated argument because I'm like, yes, you are. So I kind of blame my sister for all this. I don't blame the 16-year-old for none of this. I blame my sister for all this because my sister created this monster. She dressed her up when she was a young child like an adult. She brought her up as an entitled She brought her up as an entitled child to use people. My sister told her to use ugly men so that she can get what she wants. So I blame my sister in all this. I don't blame her and how she's reacting and how she's projecting her energy onto people and how she's using people. That's my sister created that monster. So me and my sister never really mixed in general, not just with her kids, just in general, because the type of energy she carrying, the type of energy that I carry. So she was dolling her up bringing her up to be entitled, teaching her to use people, teaching her to use ugly men. And I'm like, damn, sis, you do know karma's going to come back and bite the shit out of both of y'all. But it's not about that. It's not about karma coming back. It's not about people actually treating people how they want to be treated. It's not about that actual love. When you actually love somebody, you treat them with respect. It's not about that. It's about what they want at the end of the day. So because I won't allow them, and when I walked away from these people and I cut them off, I stayed to myself. I didn't call them. I didn't get on Facebook. I didn't make no indirect posts. I didn't go confining to nobody else about these people. I prayed upon it, and I started healing myself and started doing what's best for me. So because I noticed that I was being used and breadcrumbed and played for a fool, and I used to do everything for my niece. I would take that place of, when her dad didn't get her stuff, I would get it because I know that, but at the same time, it wasn't appreciated. I wasn't respected. So I had to stop because it was entitlement. It wasn't appreciated. So I stopped in my energy for doing that for her because it wasn't appreciated. She was still trying to get smart with me on the low. And I had to shut that shit down. Like, you talk to your parents that way. You're not going to talk to me that way. If they allow it, then that's on them. But you can't expect me to allow it. And that's where me and my sister bump heads, because she allows that to, she allows that to happen, for her. And, they're okay with it. And they're friends after the next day. We're not friends. I'm your aunt. You're not going to talk to me that way. We're not friends. We ain't going to ever be friends. You know what I mean? So that's the energy, that they carry. And deep down inside, why my sister called and projected her anger out on me, because she has no control over her 16-year-old daughter no more. So she's more so mad at herself because she has no control. So it's easier to lash out and blame others than to blame yourself and look within yourself. What did I do wrong? How did I bring this child up? I'm one of the reasons why she's so disrespectful. I'm one of the reasons why she's so entitled. I could have did things differently. No, that would be too much to go in. So it has to be projected outward onto someone. And that someone just had to be me. But lesson learned, I have to take my accountability in this altogether, because where I went wrong, I tried to love from afar. I can't love from afar. I can't do that. I tried. That's just not going to work for me. I can't love from afar. So they can no longer be a part of my life until they're ready to heal what they got going on and stop using people to get what they want and treat people right. They can no longer be a part of my life until they do so. That may sound harsh. It may sound ignorant. And, if they come across me and I come to me and try to talk to me like nothing ever happened, because that's the kind of energy they'll carry. After a couple months, they'll try to come in and act like nothing ever happened. And it's done. You can't get through. There's blocked and everything. If you try to get through from a different number, I'm going to simply tell you, look, you do what's best for you. From here on out, I wish you nothing but the best. You stay away from me. I'm going to stay away from you. I can't talk to you no more. I don't want you a part of my life until you can come correct. So if you can't come correct, then don't come at all. So that's just what it is. But it's really sad that, I had to encounter, to be like that towards my sister and her daughter. But at the same time, I will not be used. And, I will not be used because something happens to me today or tomorrow. It's not about the love. You don't genuinely love me like you say you do, because if you did, you would call me to see if I'm okay. And sis, if you really loved me like you genuinely said you did, you would not allow your daughter to use me in any way, shape, or form, or you use me in any way, shape, or form, and allow anyone, because I'm a sibling of yours. If you really love me, you wouldn't allow no one to do that. You wouldn't do it yourself. So I know the love's not there. Silly me for thinking that I can love from a distance. Silly me for thinking that I can keep things cordial from a distance. Silly me. So I'm going to take accountability on my end, and I'm going to keep doing what's best for me. I'm going to keep being a loving and caring and kind-hearted person that I am. I'm going to still give words of encouragement. I'm going to still uplift people in my energy. I'm going to still try to make others laugh when they are feeling down and out. I'm going to be me. I am unapologetically me, and I do not feel bad. Like I said, I take accountability for what I was wrong for. I have to. I can't claim to be a real and honest individual if I can't be real honest with myself and take accountability for my own actions. So I will do so. It's just done. So, Miss I Am here. Like, share, subscribe. If anything resonated in any way, shape, or form that y'all have to encounter, if anything, something of this nature, you have any teenagers that's, in your energy that's just out of control, just entitled, don't care, comment below, like, share, subscribe. Keep doing what's best for you. Keep vibrating high on your path and journey. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep what's doing best for you. Keep always do what's best for you, even if it gets hard, it gets rough, because it will, at times. And just keep pushing. Keep doing what's best for you. I am strong. I am bold. I am worthy. I am confident. I am courageous. I am chosen. I am divinely protected. And so are you, if you know. So like I said, just keep pushing, keep doing what's best for you and your family. If you don't have a family yet, one will come. Stay positive, stay you, stay unapologetically you. Keep vibrating higher and higher on your path and journey. Take care.